is Jason and welcome to the Model Kit Stuff B-17 group build. We're going to have a lot of fun with this, I promise. So this is my first update, and what I want to do in the first update is explain to you how this is going to run. So every Sunday is going to be B-17 update day, and whether I've got something to talk about on my build, which is that little pile of parts there at the minute, or not, I will still do a little update on a Sunday. And this is your area for you guys who are all involved in the build to come together and chat. So in the comments you can talk to each other, you can ask questions. There's a lot of you building this kit or the earlier iteration of this kit, so you can swap comments, you can ask questions, get advice, talk about colours, all of that in the comments on this. Keep it in this video so everyone can see it. So if you're in the group build, you can keep coming back to this video and looking in the chat stream and talk to everybody else who's building a B-17 right now. Now, not everyone's building this. We've got a number of people building the Revell one, the Academy one, and some doing the Hong Kong Models 132 one. We've got a massive, whatever B-17 you're building, unless you're doing something really obscure, and one or two of you I think are, most of you will find that there's somebody else doing the same kit or variation of, and you'll be able to talk to people, get advice, ask questions, do it all in the comments down here so I can see as well, so I can put my view on it as well if I feel. But it means you can get help, because there's a number of you, a lot of you I know, are building a kit and haven't built a B-17 before, haven't built a kit this big before. One or two of you even, this is your first build. So there'll be lots and lots of help from people who have lots and lots of experience in the comments. That's the idea. You all talk to each other in the comments. Keep yourselves motivated, swap ideas, swap thoughts, ask questions. So I'm not doing a Facebook page on this because they are so time consuming to run and manage, and it's very, very difficult to, very, very time consuming, much more time consuming than managing YouTube. So I'm keeping it on the YouTube. And so if you've got something to say about your build, put it there. You can give people an update. I've been building this, I've got this far, it's going well. You can ask a question. You can say, how do I get past this? Or these doors, should they be wood or should they be something else? Or the Airfix kit's not got any doors, is anyone thinking of putting them on? Put all those sort of questions in there and let the community of B-17 group builders find you those answers. That's what I'd like to see. Get involved, help each other out. Fellow modelers, they're the nicest people in the world. So yeah, now on some of my updates, I'll show you the progress, and I'm going to do that in a minute. I'll be working on this every other week. So I'm still going to do a full build diary where I take you through it step by step what I'm doing. I've started filming some of that now, but that will go out on a Friday night with live chat, and again you'll be able to see what I'm doing, ask questions and talk to fellow modelers. And even on those days where that's been out on a Friday, we'll still do an update on a Sunday, so there's still an opportunity to chat. So you'll have two lots of videos coming out for the B-17 from me. This is also a place where I can ask you guys questions. Or I can give you my views on things. So the first thing I've noticed is that Airfix haven't put any of the doors in. And as I understand them, they're a plywood wood door that were left in their natural wood finish. B-17 was built on a budget because they knew it wasn't going to last very long, in fairness. So my view is I'm going to leave the doors off because it's going to allow more light to flood into the model. But if you want to put your doors in, or put the doors in and have them open, which would be more accurate, then you're going to want to paint them in a sort of a pale wood, orangey wood type colour, is my view. don't worry too much about doing wood grain and stuff. You're hardly going to see it. You're going to see tiny slithers of it. It's not worth the effort, but if you want to put the effort in, absolutely do it, but I'm not going to, and I'm not going to put the doors on, and that's why. So that's the first thing I wanted to say. Little tip when you're building up the pilot's chairs, and that's mine. You can see it's green. I'll talk about that in a sec, but my tip is when you're building it, it's a bit tricky, is to use this as a jig. This is the floor pan for your cockpit. So there's a leg that has a little bit that sticks out at the back there. If you take that down in position, you can then build up the rest of the seat around it, and that makes it a little bit easier. And then you can take it off so you can paint it separately. So that's my tip on there. Now, when you look at the instructions, the Airfix instructions, it's telling you to put decals on, 2 decals. And the one on the seat says, do not remove from the aircraft. And I thought that's a strange comment. So I went and had a look at some reference photos of the inside of a B-17 cockpit. That's a minefield because there's all sorts of different colours and stuff, some restored, some not. Black and white ones don't help in terms of colour. But it appears that on the seats there is some form of life preserver or inflatable raft or something like that that's bright yellow. So you've got 2 ways of tackling that, because again, you ain't going to see much through the windows of the cockpit. You could paint the front face and the top surface of the seat in yellow and then put the decals on, and I think that would be perfectly fine. Or you can make something to go in, and I thought it'd be fun just to show you how I go about making something. So I've made them out of green stuff. Took me a few minutes. So yeah, when we do the build video, I'll take you through there. So that's my first couple of tips. I'm pretty much at step 12 on the Airfix build. Well, step 13. I've dry fitted parts up to there. My intention is to build up all the interior parts separately, clean them all up, dry fit them, not really glue anything together other than sub-assemblies like the seats, like the little console with levers on. Build those up, and then we'll go back and paint all those things because they're all similar colours. There's 2 or 3 colours that you're painting through there all at once, and then we'll assemble it into the fuselage half. So don't miss, make sure you've gone through the instructions, don't miss that the bombs that you install in step 20 and build up from step 18, they have decals on. So if you go to your paint instructions, it'll tell you how to paint them and what decals you need. I think you have to paint a little yellow stripe, and I've got a little tip for you about that, but we'll save that till next time. So yeah, that's where I'm up to, cleaning up parts. Now my mould is slightly slipped, so I've got big lips on mine, so be very careful of your clean up. Hopefully yours hasn't, but when the mould tools come together, it's slipped, and I've got a bit of a step on a lot of my parts, so it's taking a bit of time to clean up. So when I'm in meetings that I just need to listen to, I'm sort of listening and scraping, which is pretty much how I've managed to get to there, because I've not used my usual modelling time on it as yet. So I will do a live stream and give you all an opportunity to come and chat and say hello and talk about your builds, but that will be when I start the build proper, which I think is going to be a week away yet. So yeah, there you go. So roughly in a week, probably in the next table talk video, we'll talk about when that's going out. So do keep in touch with the table talk videos where we talk about any changes of plan. But Sunday is your place to be if you're in the B-17 group build, because I'll be talking about my build. I'll be showing you progress ahead of the build diaries, and like I say, it's an opportunity for you to come and talk to everybody else who's building a B-17 right now as part of the group build, and get support, swap ideas, or just say hello. So with that in mind, I have a question for you. We have said that during the end of the build, I want to get everyone's pictures together of your builds, and I'll put them together in a video and we'll showcase everyone's work. Do you think it would be, I mean, it's quite a lot of work to do it, so I can't do it too often, but do you think it would be worth to do a midway point and get everyone to send me a couple of pictures of their progress so far, midway through the build? Do you think that would be a good idea? Would you be interested in seeing that? Would you be interested in contributing to that? So if people are interested, then let's do it. I think it'd be a nice way of seeing different ideas and stuff, because there's only so much you can share in chat. If you're up for doing that, let me know in the chat. Say, yeah, I'm up for that. Midway video, great idea, however you want to put it. I'm going to read all of these. I'll be answering as many as I can. I'm expecting the B-17 to be busy. There's a lot of us building this right now. A lot. I've been blown away by how many people have got involved. A massive thank you, all of you, for supporting it. It's brilliant, and it's going to be a lot of fun as a result of how many of you have got involved. So let me know, should we, that would be, what are we now, February, April, May, should we, during May, do a halfway point showcase builds in progress? I think it'd be nice. You tell me what you think. So that's my question. Get answering that in the comments and get sharing your views, asking your questions, asking for help, saying hello, do what you do. If you're in the B-17, the chat below this is the place to be, and keep coming back to it during the week, because as more people view it during the week and leave their comments, you might be able to help somebody with something. So please keep involved. Keep in contact below, and I'll see you next Sunday on the next B-17 update, and we can take the chat forward a little bit and probably have more to talk about, because some of the things that came up in the chat I might want to talk about as well. There you have it. That's the first one. This build is well underway now. People are starting to build. Let us know where you're up to. Let me know what you think about the idea of a midway point showcase. And until then, happy B-17 building, and I'll see you next week. Bye for now.